So we start to speak about dreams, and before we continuing on what we were dealing with, there's a question: are we obligated on sins that someone is committing, that we're committing in dreams? Okay, so it's not a simple answer, because many times it's something that is not. Let's put it this way. Usually, the dreams of sins are coming from the desires of the person. Usually a person have like desires, and then when he goes to sleep, so he have dreams about whatever he have the desire of. I heard from people that were doing like long fast days, more than one day, so they had dreams about eating. Yeah, it's normal. When there is desire, so to dream about the desire, the receiving the desire, that's the normal way. But there is a possibility that the Gemara is discussing, that a person he have dreams that looks like sins, but really it's a symbolic for something that is totally different. So, for example, someone that he have a dream that is he have relationship with his sister. Sounds terrible, right? But the Gemara says, if he doesn't have a desire for his sister, and he had a dream like that, so it will mean that this person is receiving wisdom. Why? Because there's a pasuk that says, Emor lachochma achoti at. Tell the wisdom, you are my sister. So his sister symbolizes the chokhmah. So to have relationship with his sister, it means that he have relationship with the chokhmah, meaning he have unification with chokhmah, with wisdom. So that will be something that is very positive. It's not a sin. Okay? But again, that's only in the condition that he didn't have this desire. Okay? My mother is talking about all, like many other examples, like his mother, a married woman, all kinds of different things like that, that it seems like sins, terrible sins, but in a case that he did not have any lust for that, he didn't think about it, so then it will not be a sin, it will be symbolic for something completely different.
And when it's like something horrible, but he becomes a Rosh Hashiva. Yeah.
Right? So there is all kinds of things like that. Now, again, most of the people, that's not the case, unfortunately, but there is a possibility like that. Now, many people will claim, do you want to say that we have like control over the dreams? It's not our control, it's like it just happens. So how can you be obligated to that? Obviously, I'm not saying that the person is like obligated as if he did the sin itself, but it shows that he has some kind of connection with this sin. Okay? So when someone is thinking about, Hashem, what is my tikkun? What should I walk on, like all of the discussions that we had about tikkunim in the period of time of Shovavim and so on. So it might be that the person will get the revelation of what is he have to walk on, tikkunim wise, in a dream. That he will have a dream about this thing, and that will give him the clue of what he needs to walk on. Okay? So, there is another Gemara that is also related to the question. Someone that received a fast on himself in the dream. Should he fast or not? Yeah? So the Gemara says yes. The Gemara says yes. Okay? If somebody, so those different things, it has meaning.
When he wakes up, or the next day?
In the next day, I believe. It's not really defined in Gemara, but I'm just saying like as a concept. Yeah. So I'm saying that you see that there is meaning for that. Okay? And whenever something that the person himself that is dreaming about himself doing something in the dream, if it's not symbolic for something completely different, like I said before, so, or that he have the desire for that, maybe he's not conscious about it, but it's somewhere there in his heart, and then he have to work on doing the tikkun for that sin, because it might be, I'll say it differently, probably even if he didn't do that in this lifetime, he did the same sin in previous lifetimes, and then because he have the remnants of that sin in the garments of his soul, so it's affecting him that he will have this deep desire within him, and it comes up, it gets revealed within the dream, and the purpose for that again is that he will do tikkun for that. Okay, so anyone that needs information about tikkunim, I wrote many articles in the website, so whoever is interested, there's many articles there about tikkunim to understand like what's the process, how to do it, and like prayers that whoever is doing it can say in the time that he's doing the tikkun, and so on and so forth. I'm not going to discuss it again now, but everything is available, B'ezrat Hashem. Another point that I want to make about dreams that we did not discuss yesterday is that it's very significant when the person have the dream, okay, within the night. So basically we have like 3 parts of the night: the beginning, the middle, and the end. So it says that the beginning of the night, usually what is affecting the person is what he was eating and what he was thinking before he went to sleep. Okay? So when it says in the Gemara that when a person is going to sleep, so the food that he was eating, if it was any food, have like psychological, emotional, and spiritual meaning and affecting on the person, so that will affect the first part of the night and also sometimes the middle part of the night. And the part that is most significant for dreams is the last part of the night. Okay? The last part of the night is the part that is the most significant. So when you speak about dreams that are important for interpretation, usually it will be the last part of the night. Okay? B'ezrat Hashem, we will speak about it more in other times, but I will add this last thing that we did discuss yesterday, but I want to expand on it a little bit. The importance of the interpretation, that's like a very key point here. And it says, the words of Chazal is, Kol hachalomot olchim achar hapeh. The dreams are going after the mouth, meaning the person that is giving the interpretation of the dream. Okay? And that means that the dream is like I'll give it an example. In today's world, there's many people that are dealing with finding all kinds of cracks in the law. So they read the law and they find like nuances in the text that they can somehow like sneak in all kinds of things that are not proper. Loopholes. Okay. So within the dream, in a certain way, it's like these different texts of law, that someone that is knowledgeable how to find those loopholes, those cracks, and to sneak in between them, so it can turn the meaning of the dream, and then this interpretation will take an action within reality. Okay, and the Gemara is discussing in length, may bring many stories. Maybe in another time we'll like go over the stories of the Gemara about it. Very interesting, very miraculous stories about many things like that people had dreams, and according to the interpretation, it came into their life, it came into the reality. So what does it mean? We see, for the best example that we have in the Torah is Yosef HaTzadik, that he gave the interpretations to Pharaoh and the two ministers before that. And there's a lot of discussions also in the Gemara, also in the Zohar, also in the Arizal, many sources about like what happened there. But we see that it's something to do with certain souls of people. There is certain souls that have this connection of giving those interpretations of dreams. That it's a certain power that Hashem gives to some people. Okay? And there is many, like within this, between those people, so there is many kind of approaches and how to relate and what kind of interpretations. I'll speak about myself. That's the easiest. Usually, when I'm giving interpretation of dreams, so I'm not speaking about like the future, what's going to be in the future of the person. Usually, I'm speaking about like the present of the person, like what is going through in his life in that moment that is coming into to bring to new revelation of what stands behind those things that the person is involved with. So that's my approach to dreams. That many times the dreams, the way I see it, is a message from Hashem. Obviously, again, I'm talking about dreams that have meaning. Many dreams have no meaning. Many dreams are just like imaginations and lusts and desires. But those that have meaning, many times it's messages that the person is receiving to know how to act in his life about different things, about what is going through, how to relate to different things, to different people, to himself, to different challenges that is dealing with. And so that's a very important source to understand ourselves better, if we know how to relate to that. So Bezrat Hashem will give us the right state of mind to understand what Hashem wants from us, and to do it in willingly and happily and joyfully. Bezrat Hashem. Baruch Adonai Leolam. Amen. Amen.
Amen.